Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. I'm really glad you're here, even if you can only stay for a few moments. We're going to get started in Child's Pose, so come onto your mat, join me. Let's practice. Sometimes the most challenging part of the practice is just getting onto your mat. So come onto your mat, come onto your Child's Pose, and whether it is for this whole practice or just a few moments, allow yourself to settle in, let things settle down. The best way that I know how to assist that in happening is through breath. So a big breath in, and a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. So yeah, if there is a lot of stuff going on in your head, a lot going on in your life, plans for your day, just while you're here, tuning into your breath, letting it all settle down, so you can feel where you are, be in your strength and power, so you can enjoy where you are right here, right now, but also that as you move on with the rest of your day. Take another big breath in, then a long breath out. Take your hands a little more forward, tuck your toes under, and come on up into your downward facing dog. If you want to take more time in Child's Pose, absolutely. That into your practice at any point. You want to add in variations, you can. Here in your downward dog, fingers spread wide. Let your head hang down, maybe a little bit of movement. You can move your head around, move your hips, or even walk out your dog. Still feeling the movement of your breath, take a big inhale. And a big exhale. A deep breath in, fill up. And a long breath out. Sometimes the idea of getting onto your mat for 60 or 75 or even 90 minutes can seem really daunting. So that's part of what I like about these shorter practices. But if you are looking for a longer practice, then check out my studio, Sanctuary Power Yoga. Check out my Patreon, The Bent Yogi. You can find longer practice with me in both of those places. Take one more big inhale here. As you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front of your mat. Set your feet together apart. Halfway lift, flat back. Inhale, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise to stand. Come on up, lift and reach. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze here. You can lower your gaze or close your eyes. You might set an intention for your practice today. Together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Pausing here, fingers spread wide. Strong through your core, knees lifted or lowered. Little lift to your chin. Take a big breath in. Move forward, halfway down or all the way down. Low push-up. A big breath in. Upward facing dog. You can add in a cobra or a low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward dog or add in your Child's Pose. Take a long breath in. Then a big breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Once more, a big inhale. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise up. Lift up. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga. Low push up. You can step or jump back. You can drop your knees for a little more support. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Once more here, deep breath in. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Hands high. Heart lifts. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Upward dog. Take a full breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. And so as you focus on your breath, just this breath, this inhale, this exhale. You can focus. Let some of that other stuff settle down. Give yourself a little space, a little time. One more deep inhale, exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. From the ground, lift and lengthen. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog, exhale. Downward facing dog. Or out in your child's pose. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Focusing on your breath, feeling your hands and your feet. Noticing if you get distracted, and then you can come back. I find right now that my mat is pretty dirty. It's a little distracting. Work with drishti, work with breath. Take it one breath at a time, whatever the distraction is. Take another big breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Once more, rise up. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Empty out. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And empty out. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Set your feet. Big bend to your knees. Feet can be together or apart. Shift the weight of your body back into your heels. Feel if you can lift your toes. Maybe wiggle them around a little bit. And then lightly place them back down again. Hands can be high or at your heart. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Once more here. Big inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana. Back foot spins flat. Rise up. Reach your hands high or work with your hands at your heart. Working with your body, with your breath, with your intention to create a practice that works for you, that feels good, even when it's challenging. Front foot is flat and straight. Big bend in your front knee. Back foot is flat. Back toes point a little bit forward. Lift and lengthen through your back leg. Lift up out of your hips. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Right foot spins flat. Once you rise up, check in with your feet. You can adjust. Adding in some space front to back or right to left. Might be a little bit of room to bring your left hip forward and your right hip back. And notice if your front knee rolls to one side or the other. Track it over your ankle. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Softening your shoulders. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps again. Warrior one. Root down, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward dog or child's pose. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Those aren't your only options, downward dog or child's pose. You can add a tabletop. Right, again, letting this practice work for you. Take another big inhale here. exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Sit down, sit back, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, back foot flat, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one. Come up, exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low. Upward dog, take a full inhale, downward dog, exhale. Right foot again, warrior one, reach up, open out, warrior two. Add in some space between your feet, lengthen out through your arms. Arms, hands at shoulder height, or bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale and a long exhale. And take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior, reach up and go back. Still with your front foot flat and straight, right knee tracking over your ankle. Still connected through your back foot, long through your back leg. Lifting up and then going back. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps again, warrior one, rise up. Open out, warrior two. Right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsva Konasana. Right elbow really lightly on your right leg. Left arm up towards the sky. Maybe it's better to say intentionally lightly with your right arm on your right leg. So just enough support, intentionally connecting for support. You can also use this right arm, your right arm, to keep your right knee from rolling to the left. Here, take your top arm and lengthen it forward. You can keep your right elbow where it is, or you can extend the right hand down towards the ground. Doesn't have to make contact. If you want your right hand down and the support, put a block under it or bring your hand to your ankle. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. It's usually pretty simple to add in a little support. Our thinking minds just complicate it. Reach your top arm up, wrap it around behind your back, your half bind or your full bind. Like asking for help, right? I'm not so good at that. It's really simple to ask someone for help, but so often we get stuck in our heads about it, complicating the situation. Here, pretty simple. Add in the support you need, tune into your breath, take a big breath in, and a long breath out. A big inhale, and a big exhale. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Keep that bend in your right knee. Right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet big bend to your knees. Bring your hands to your heart. Feet are even. Take a big inhale. Twist to your left. Right elbow towards the outside of your left leg. And it might be that your elbow lands more between your legs. You can feel it out. Take your time with it. Ground it through your feet. Long spine, chest lifts. Hands can stay together or they can open up. Right hand reaching for the ground. Doesn't have to make contact. If you want that connection, again, a block under the right hand. Left arm up towards the sky. If you've come forward into your toes and the balls of your feet, shift back into your heels. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. A big inhale and a big exhale. And take one more deep breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart. About hips width distance with your peace fingers. Hook your big toes. Palms face each other. Halfway lift on your inhale. Lengthen and fold forward as you exhale. And you can stick with the halfway lift. More of a ragdoll if that works. maybe a little bit of movement. All of this, intentional movement, the balance of intentional stillness. So big breath in, then a long breath out. Release your toes, walk your feet closer together or to touch. Hands on your mat, press into your right foot. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Standing leg raise, standing leg split. Set your gaze. You can set your gaze to just in front of your right big toe, especially if you want to bring your hands, one or both, to your standing ankle. If you want to play around with it, start to drop your head, set your drishti back behind you. As soon as I do that, I get really wobbly. Take a big breath in, lightly drop back, crescent lunge, rise up, open out, warrior two. Right hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now right foot steps forward, warrior one, rise up. Open out, warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Pivot your toes towards the side of your mat. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Shoulders roll back. Chest lifts. Take a big inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. You can have a towel or strap between your hands. Right, that's again a simple, something simple that you can add in that makes the pose more accessible. A bend to your knees, softening your toes, might make the pose more accessible, but also might make it a little more enjoyable. You're not pushing, you're not struggling. Take a long breath in, and a big breath out. Take another deep inhale here. Exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Coming into your runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. The back of my mat is even dirtier than the front. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. Another deep breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Sit down, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Root down, reach up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push up to low. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps again, warrior one. Come up, open out, warrior two. And feel if you have room, you do have room to play around with it, to explore. That might lead you to adding space between your feet. Maybe exploring leads you to shortening your stance. Instead of wandering off in your head, exploring all that other stuff, feel and explore what's happening right here, right now. Take a long breath in, and a long breath out. Front knee tracks over front ankle, back toes towards the side of your mat, maybe a little bit forward. If you're extending through your arms intentionally, arms, hands at shoulder height. Here, spin your palms to the sky and take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Notice that the back knee starts to collapse. Explore that. Recommit to your foundation. Recommit to your breath, your intention to yourself. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot again, warrior one. Rise up. Open out, warrior two. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior, side angle, Parsva Konasana, left elbow on your left leg. Intentionally land your left elbow lightly. Intentionally lengthen up through your right arm, through your right fingers. And if this variation doesn't work, it's a simple adjustment. Arm to your side body, hand to your hip. Most of the time, we don't need someone to tell us what the adjustments are that we can make, the variations that we can come into so that it's more accessible and enjoyable. Most of the time,
we can feel it out for ourselves. A lot of the times, though, we do get stuck in our heads. Here, in your body, you're certainly not stuck. You can adjust at any time. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Extend your top arm forward, lengthening to your right side body. You can slide your bottom hand down inside or outside your front foot. You can also stay with the elbow on the leg. And as you tune into your breath, as we breathe and practice, it is an adjustment to our bodies, our hearts, our minds, our spirits. Take a long inhale and a long exhale. Reach your top arm up, wrap it around behind your back, come on into your half bind or explore your full bind. Your hands don't necessarily have to meet under your left leg. There's a lot of sensation in your left leg. You can always ease off the bend and then come on back. Take a long inhale and a big exhale. If you've wandered off, come back to your breath, this practice. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Left hand high reverse. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another big inhale here. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet, big bend to your knees. Feet are even. Hands come to your heart. Take a big inhale. Twist to your left. Right elbow towards the outside of your left leg. Your feet can be together or apart, but even. Notice if one foot is more forward than the other. And even press through your hands here. Bottom hand presses up, top hand presses down. You can use this to lift your chest a little higher. Your hips will come a little lower. Hands can stay together or they can open up. Left hand towards the ground, doesn't have to make contact. Right arm up towards the sky, maybe a side crow, maybe a child's pose. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Once more, deep breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart, about hips width distance, and stand on your hands for Padangusthasana. Palms up, fingertips towards your heels. Halfway lift as you inhale. Lengthen and fold as you exhale. You can wheel your toes a little bit. If you're in the forward fold, let your head drop. Maybe you're just beginning your forward fold. Halfway lift. Right, that's a good place to begin. Right here, this is a good place to begin. Breathe in and breathe out. Hands come out from under your feet. You can walk your feet closer together. Hands on your mat. Left foot standing. Right leg lifts. Standing leg raise. Standing leg split. Someone asked me this weekend in teacher training, what's my least favorite pose? And I said, twisting half moon, because it's so challenging. But it might also be this pose, standing leg split, because I don't feel like I'm really in a standing leg split. Definitely more of a standing leg raise. Take a big inhale. Right foot drops back. Crescent lunge. Rise up. Open out. Warrior two. Take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Exhale. Hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Rise up. Open out, warrior two. Straighten your left leg, pivot your toes to the side. Interlace your fingers at your low back once more. Lift up as you inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. And here, if you want to bring your hands down to your mat, you can. You can play around with a crow or a tripod. Long breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Another big inhale. Exhale, hands release. Halfway up, pivot around towards the front edge of your mat. Runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Right foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale.
Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Take a full breath in. And empty out. A big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise to stand. Lift up. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Bring your feet together and forward. Extend your right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Lift up. And as you're lifting, bend your right knee. Down dog, hip opener. You can flip your dog here. Take a breath or two. No rush. And come on into your half pigeon. Right knee comes forward towards your right thumb. Left leg lengthening behind you. You might adjust where you have your right foot. You might adjust where you are. If you're off somewhere in your head, invite yourself back. Tune into your breath. Hear it, feel it. Tune into what's happening in your body. Tune into your heart and your spirit. Take a long inhale and a long exhale. Take a deep breath in and a big breath out. And half pigeon is one of my favorite poses. And even though I say, right, my least favorite, twisting half moon, standing leg split, I don't know. It's all part of the practice. The pieces that make up the whole. And I do think that what we aren't fond of and what challenges us, we do need to give more attention in a good way to those poses. Give more space and care. And it's not just the poses, right? The poses that we don't like. It's things in our life that challenge us. Instead of avoiding them, working with them compassionately, patiently, because really we're working with ourselves patiently and compassionately so we can grow. Take a deep breath in, then a long breath out. Set your hands under your shoulders and make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can stick in a three-legged dog or a little flow, maybe a tabletop, some cat-cows. And then feet come together and forward, left leg to the sky, lift up. Keep the shape of your downward dog and then start to bend your left knee. Left knee lifts, the foot goes to the right. You can flip if you like. And making your way into your half pigeon on this side. Taking your time setting it up. So if it is challenging, if you have that reaction, you come into it and then you want to just get right out of it, just take a breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Take one breath at a time. Feel this breath. See where it leads you. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Once more here, breathe in. And breathe out. Hands under your shoulders. One last downward facing dog. I think this breath is going to lead us to a practice that is a little bit longer than I intended, but that's okay. Take a long inhale and a big exhale. Another deep breath in here. As you exhale, step or jump your feet through your hands. Come to seated. Reach your feet forward. Reach your hands forward. Strong core, lower back slowly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hover your feet, hover your shoulders, look at your toes. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Set your feet on your mat and come on up for your bridge or your wheel. Feet flat and straight. Hips with distance, maybe a little bit farther apart. Coming up for your bridge, arms and hands can be alongside, or you can interlace your fingers under your low back. You can also put a block under your hips. Right? Simple way to give yourself a little more support. You can come up for your wheel if you like. And a simple way to support yourself a little more is with your breath, with your intention, with this practice. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Wheel is also another one of my favorite poses. Take one more big breath in, and as you exhale, lower down. Didn't always used to be that way. Coming onto your back, soles of your feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana, big inhale, and empty out. And from here, we will move into Shavasana. You can take your legs out. You can add in any adjustments that feel right to round out your practice. If you want to take your legs up for Shavasana, you can. Take a big breath in and a long breath out.
Here you can wiggle your fingers and toes, just bring some movement to your body. You might draw your knees to your chest. And when you're ready, you can roll to one side, make your way to seated. Hands to your heart, set your gaze. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for practicing with me today. Friday Power Flow. What'd you think? I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. And remember, if you're looking for longer practices, check out my studio, Sanctuary Power Yoga. Check out my Patreon. I have a free 7-day trial going on right now. There are links below. And remember, most importantly, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you soon.